Heard there's some good stuff. I like to watch the actual show. So
Yeah, I know, but I can't help myself, man. I get too excited.
I know. All right, another topic. Here we go.
Yeah.
Fourth pick,
Sorry.
Thunder Predator. So again, Magnus is still there if they wanted to go that direction, but other offlaners that could come to mind still. There's still the Brewmaster, like they ran last game.
I think yeah, brew wouldn't be like the worst idea. But I think they want almost some kind of like disconnect or kind of getaway. Like these, you see like Wyvern and Phoenix, like two massive team fighting abilities. You want some kind of like peel. You want something to kind of break away from all this kind of team fight. So maybe like something with a Centaur off lane, like Rubik plus Centaur is a good combo, and also has good disengage with the Centaur ultimate.
They go Beastmaster. A little bit different style, more objective based. With the Beastmaster, maybe not a strong team fight, but obviously great for catching.
I mean, it's not very good against Wyvern. Like you go Beastmaster, like obviously gives attack speed to your allies, which allows them to kill you faster. Which normally like Wyvern is a counter to Beastmaster, so to pick it into it to me is a bit questionable. Obviously, the attack speed is good, for the Phoenix, but it's worse against the Wyvern. It's kind of interesting how the two dragons or the two birds have kind of the benefits of each other's weaknesses in that respect. But yeah, I don't know about that, to be honest. We'll have to sort of see how it's laned. And also Rubik plus Beastmaster isn't the strongest lane either, really. But I can see its usage of perhaps bursting someone down and then going from there. But
team ban.
Interesting. That's it.
So they go Brewmaster on Xolotl side, and I wonder if that's shaping up to be a mid Pango now, as we talked about. Possibility. It's either that or, I mean, Brewmaster mid is also a thing too. It's not out of the question.
It can be. I think it will most likely see a Pango mid though. Like, I think Pango mid can use the items a lot better than a Brew. Really. Normally you see Brew like Vlad's plus Blink, whereas Pango can do a various like plus with his Rubik and Bane. I think Pango can feed on them if played correctly.
Yeah. Either way, it's we got the final picks to come, and that could help determine as well. Of course, depending on the matchups, what they decide to run. Xolotl, they're probably going to need to ban a safe lane here if you're Thunder Predator, though. Is a safe bet. I'm trying to think outside the box almost as far as what we could see. I was going to say Spectre. I believe it or not. I was going to, but they do ban the Spectre. So that will not be a thing. I know Infer likes to play a lot of Juggernaut, and I think they actually banned Juggernaut last game as well.
Yeah, it was the last ban, wasn't it? Actually, I think last ban. I think like Jug could work.
10 seconds remaining.
I guess he's so against Troll.
Yeah, he isn't the greatest, and I think he'll struggle against Beastmaster in the lane. I think if he does go Jug.
Dire team pick.
But they have like I mean Xolotl like have a lot of good team fight though, like a lot of big AoE team fight. Like Wyvern, Phoenix, Brewmaster, even Pango always. Like I think they need something to hit towers with, and they need something to kind of do sustained DPS. So something like Jug, but maybe not Jug would be useful.
Setting up for the PL pick, maybe. I mentioned the last game they do ban Puck.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe not as strong objective as you're looking for.
5 seconds.
It does have a lot of kind of more of this kind of just chaos in terms of it. I think PL could work. Troll, the Whirling Axes, however, do very well against him because of the mischance and the illusions.
Okay. Well, they just say, let's just go Terrorblade whenever in doubt.
Yeah, can't go wrong with Teleporade, really.
No, hard for that.
And they have good save for him as well. Wyvern obviously can save him, make sure he always gets the ulti off. So. And they have obviously a great tower push in as well with Terrorblade, so I think it's fine.
Tinker.
I'm wondering if Morphlin maybe. Tinker wouldn't be bad.
Choose your hero.
Quap. I've been seeing a little bit of Quap sprinkle in here now and then.
Yeah, I mean he's got recently got buffed, didn't he? Obviously, like buff onto his Q and a little bit onto his ultimate as well. I think it's decent. Like it's a good, definitely an Orchid carrier, which I think they need. They need an Orchid carrier to deal with the Phoenix and the Wyvern, and it has some AOE clearance as well for the TB illusion. So I think it's okay. I think Xolotl have kind of the easier ease of execution. I think though the team fight is gonna be kind of like click your ultimates and just win the team fights. It feels like, unless this Rubik is gonna go absolutely bonkers. But yeah, I think if keeping it kind of, if the game goes quite normal and structured, I think Xolotl should be fine with it. They're going to get farm on TB, and then when it comes to team fights, they shouldn't really lose them. It's up to Thunder Predator to really kind of, the onus is on them to make moves to make kind of chaos into this game, which I think they need. And Quap is that kind of perfect hero fit for it. Can fight all stages of the game. So
to that point even more. I mean, Quap needs to have a great game here for Thunder Predator to succeed. She is the star factor. She's the answer to Terrorblade, no doubt. And she's the one, like you said, the chaos word. I think is fitting. So,
I mean, it's a good Quap game though. Like, they don't really have any catch unless like this Pango hits like silence lucky shot every single time. I don't see how Quap actually dies this game really. Maybe the best way she dies actually is if Troll kills her. That's kind of how I see her dying, because they don't have any kind of set stuns really, which I think Quap is going to take full advantage of.
Oh, that's very. I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, the stun game from Xolotl is not the greatest. As that's
prepare for
there
battle.
we go. Okay, well here we go. Game number 2. Yes, had plenty of pauses today, so why not continue that trend? Also to clarify, Leo style is Draken, I guess. So that is who that is, I guess. But tagged up as Draken now, so I don't know if he's actually changed his name or just having some fun here. Either way, just to confirm, of course, Leo style, a player that's been around a while in the South American scene. Thunder Predator here, and we'll be on the Queen of Pain once again, needing him to have a great time. A much change of pace, too, as far as hero that he's playing this time around, from the Lone Druid to a Quap. And in the matchup, I wonder, against Pango does seem like the wild card.
Yeah, I think Quap should be fine though. Like, I think what I've been seeing a lot is Quap kind of maxing dagger recently, and it does buff as well. Does so much magic damage that I don't think Pango is going to be able to sort of survive too much in this lane, honestly. So I could see definitely Quap taking this lane quite handily.
Alrighty. Quap's another hero that could have fun synergy with a Mars. Speaking of that hero earlier, the Sonic Wave push.
And the Fear as well, level 25.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, definitely.
More. I can't wait. That's one of those interesting questions, too. I guess Io's also out currently. And whether or not those heroes are going to come back before TI.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like, I'm assuming there's going to be another patch after the major, right? So it's whether they're going to be put into that patch after. But I think it's a bit early, I think. So I don't think we'll see. We might see IO, but I don't think we'll see Mars after the major. But then again, IO is also pretty bonkers, really. So
yeah, anyone will tell you that. The higher tier games, especially. So we'll see. He makes it through, but find out eventually, as bottom rune is likely to have some action. Phoenix is already down here. Pika2. He's checking it out. It's got his buddy Wyvern nearby, as well as the Brewmaster. Seeming like they're setting up to run at this rune. And against the Troll, Bane, Rubik, I don't know. They got lift. They might have sleep. We'll see if he gets out of the brain sap. Either way, Prada's being run at by Brewmaster right now. Fire Spirit's coming down. They're boxing them out. From the bounty rune, gonna try to spam click it too, and the slow auto attacks Hector. He's all in. He went for the rune. That might cost him though. He picks it up, but it does come at a cost. Prada with the first blood as a result. So bounty rune for your life.
I don't think it's ever worth it, to be honest. Like, I think when you give away first blood, it's just not, like, for one rune as well. I don't think so. Plus, then you have to waste a TP to get back into your lane. I don't know. Not always useful. I don't think it's worth it.
He's going to the top lane anyways, I suppose. So that's where he'll end up. His full life, full mana now as a result of that. I'm going to protect this Terrorblade, who's, of course, Metamorphosis level 1. See it come out pretty quickly. They're going to go for Matthew, or they weren't sure to go for you. Attacking different targets there initially. Frank is the ultimate focus, though, and just simply walks away. He's got plenty of regen. Of course, once the meta wears off, then they'll be able to man up once again. duration. But you mentioned Quap should be setting up to have a pretty good time here in the middle lane. Already 5-0 against 3-0 Pango. And very early, but things starting out well for Leo style. So you mentioned the Orchid. Is this a Orchid
I think
first
so.
even?
I think it's an Orchid force, like, because I don't think he needs to, build defensively because he's got nothing to really be scared of. Whereas, like, if he gets an Orchid here, he can kill the Brew, he can kill the Wyvern, he can kill the Phoenix, he can kill everyone, like even the TB. So if he has a good start, I think Russian Orchid did definitely be on the plate because that's when he can dictate the game, and that's I think where Thunder Predator need to really actually kind of dictate this game, because if they sit back and farm, it's going to be a similar story to what happened in the first game. So I think getting aggressive, Orchid would be the best to do that, I think.
Odds that he goes Hannah Midas first.
Oh, please God, no. I was complaining of going Midas on a lone droid, not on a quad, please.
You never really know sometimes. You never know what to expect. But yeah, Tune, of course, going to battle for your last game. You mentioned that. And if the Quap especially does go very active, maybe you can warrant that making more sense this time around.
Definitely. And also, like, TB is a bit of a... Like, TB obviously farms very fast, but he doesn't have the same kind of steroid as the Medusa had last game. So it's a little bit different in that respect.
Yeah, see some battle for the rune there. Regenerate picked up, though, by Esk. Taken off quickly, but prevents Quap from picking it up herself. As bottom lane, Troll is having a great time. 14-4 now down here. 10-2 on Terrorblade, his counterpart, essentially. Up at the top lane, again, since Metamorphosis has been off cooldown, not as easy to get in these last ults. Also dealing with the Fade Bolt spam of Rubik. Quite the annoying ability.
Yeah, like Rubik is one of those supports where he's annoying to lane against, but I mean in this lane I don't think he offers that much kill threat really. Like they're gonna lift into a couple of boar slows perhaps. It's kind of the most dangerous thing, but as long as TB has like at least 80% HP, I don't really see him dying unless we see a rotation from Bane, which I don't think is going to happen either. I think like both teams are happy to sort of sit in these lanes. They're both going to get decent farm, and I think that sort of suits. I think the biggest kind of factor is going to be mid, which I do expect Quap to win. But Pango's doing not too bad to be honest, considering the facts. But I expect with higher levels, I think Quap should start taking over. I think.
Even has the Scream now online, so yeah, Pango. He's going to have to ferry some more regen, pops a salve. Wants to get that bottle eventually, but that is going to be a ways off. Top lane, Metaform once again. Rubik having to get away. Between that and the Arctic Burn, it is a nice combo, as Xolotl has, but unable to make the kill happen. Ifrit, he is dropping low himself.
Radiant structures
So he too needs to be slightly careful as a offensive fortification coming out from Thunder Predator. Always fun to see how that's used early on. I don't know if that was Quap in the mid lane or maybe it was at the top lane. Either way.
Yeah, normally the mids have kind of sole control over that just to get a little range deny. I didn't get to see it, but I think it would be most likely that.
Oh, Metamorphosis wearing off now. And back to regular form for the Terrorblade. But this Troll again, he's just dominating the CS chart. Gonna harass Brewmaster a little bit there, but Queen of Pain with the haste rune was running in aggressively. Even gets a level 3 into Shadow Strike as Hector goes down. Top lane.
Yeah, and this is kind of where what I mentioned, like this max Q build from the Quap is just so useful. Like they've buffed it recently, and it does so much damage. Like you're gonna see this Pango like just keep ferrying out regen to himself because he can't sit in this lane. Like if he gets daggered and then hit a couple of times, he goes down to like 40% HP. It's ridiculous.
Is he dead?
Like
it might not problem.
He actually is dead. Well, you're just saying.
It's ridiculous, man. Like you can't. I think they honestly people like underestimate how much damage it is. Like I wouldn't surprise me if this Quap goes like 4-1-1 and like maxes dagger because it is that strong.
Bottom lane, there's a bit of exchange going on here as the runes happen, but no one's gonna die in the end. Yano got low. It was a 3-for-1 bounty rune favor for Thunder Predator, by the way, but and no deaths as a result of that fighting at least. But again, Pango just ticking down in the mid lane. There's now Sonic Wave online for Queen of Pain as well. So yet another source of threat that she brings to the table. And this Pango, I go back to that bottle, is really a pipe dream at this point.
Yeah.
The way this lane's going.
And this is what I expected, honestly. I thought like Pango would be okay in the first couple of levels, but of Quap is gonna just destroy. And as we've seen here, I think Quap was the last pick, and this is what you normally expect from second pick with the last pick on the mid laner. You always see him crush.
6-minute rune. It's going to be the Arcane, and more importantly, it's just the fact that Pango gets it from the Queen of Pain. So good job by him moving himself over there. Happened to be correct, 50-50. The RNG.
I think one thing I didn't really mention too much in the draft either is that with like Wyvern and Phoenix, they're not able to really help out in lanes too much. They're great in the team fights, but really you're not going to see them kind of rotate and help out this Pango, particularly against the Quap. Like Quap will just blink away and then what? They got nothing. So they're going to really rely on the team fights to get any kind of rotations out.
Yeah, I mean, I keep glancing back at the CS, and really all three cores are doing pretty well. Frank's obviously not winning his lane, but he's doing solid enough, especially compared to the Brewmaster, and also keeping Terrorblade somewhat in check. Terrorblade does have another meta form up, level 3 even. That may come into play in the near future, although there's a rotation top lane. Who's here? That's Bane coming in. Vision, they do not have Vision of Bane yet. Okay, they just saw him for a split second right there, so I think that's going to be the cue for Terrorblade to fall back. Yeah, they know he's here now. And he's going to play safe and probably end up in the jungle. That's just what Terrorblade does.
Yeah, he can farm just as fast in the jungle as the lane, basically, so he's absolutely fine.
Wyvern, he's going to spam out the wave with a Splinter Blast for making sure he's out of range from the Bane, so some wasted time here on the side of Thunder Predator. Oh.
Yeah, but... Oh.
Well, I was noticing Troll, by the way, he's queuing up the SNY, so he is not going to Battle Fury.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Like, just kind of, play fast tempo, man. The faster, better. The better. Basically, like they can control this whole game before like the supports get levels before this TV gets out of control. I like it. Good choice.
Wyvern top lane. He's probably dead here. Gonna go for the TP play. Well, maybe not because of the TP. Okay, he's actually out. Great heads up, realizing they did not have a stopper after that. No level 6 on Beastmaster either. So makes his way out. Again, that's 3 heroes committing for that kill. Unable to make it happen. Silence mid lane, but just simply a lucky shot proc, and Queen of Pain will shrug it off. She does not max out the poison. She ends up sticking with level 3, but still, we saw it even got the kill earlier, and now she's leveling up the Scream from there. So sitting on the level 1 blink, that means her cooldown's 15 seconds at this point, but her damage threat is real.
Yeah, that's the one weakness. Like, I think because it's level 1 blink, like she has to be very, very cautious how she uses it. If she uses one bad blink, she will die. Like we were saying, how does she die? But this can be her own downfall. It's great, like you said, it's great damage, but with one bad blink, it can cause her downfall.
Phoenix is up here now too. He's got an urn already. Go with the boots. Not a bad start for Pika 2. He's just keeping this away from being pushed down. I mean, 3 heroes have been up here. You'd figure this tower might have actually fallen by now, especially with Beastmaster, but that's not the case. They are going to find Ifrit, though, off in the jungle. Queen of Pain, the Sonic Wave. Easy kill in the end, as they find Terrorblade low enough. So there's the rotations already from Queen of Pain now. She's, Leo Styles doing his job.
Yeah, definitely, and you can kind of tell that the difference between Game 1 and Game 2 is so different. Like, you're seeing Thunder Predator, they're making plays, they're making rotations, they're getting aggressive, and they're realizing that, I think they're realizing the faults of last game, that they can't let the carry sit back and farm, and that's exactly what they're doing, getting aggressive.
Queen of Pain, oh my god. Rolling Thunder doing some work right there. She is going to be able to blink barely. That did a lot more damage than I'm sure he was expecting, too. Top lane, Pika 2 goes down. It looks like a Primal Roar used for that from the Brewmaster, or the Beastmaster even. So they do find a kill up there as well. This is a 5-0 hero kill start, but man, a 4,000 net worth start, and they're finally going to get this top tier 1 tower. This pace is ridiculous right now.
Yeah, and this is what I mentioned about the support duo from Phoenix and Wyvern. What do they really offer too much outside of team fights? Like, they don't offer a stun. They can't really help their cores in lane. Like, all they want their level to use their abilities in team fights, because in the lane they are very weak, and it's showing in the score sheet already.
Being a close call to him down right there. Oh, the curse hits Rubik. Isn't enough damage for the kill. The illusion helping, but it's not enough damage. In fact, now Queen of Pain is here, and they're gonna turn on a Hector. He pops the Cold Embrace, just simply going to delay things. Eventually, though, we'll fall to this Queen of Pain really as a team. So now they're going to look back to the Tier 1 tower, and this time it actually should be a kill on the tower as well. So now a 6-0 start. Terrorblade, like we said, is in the jungle. This is what he can do, but you have all 3 cores on the Radiant side farming very well. And yeah, it goes back to this troll battle as well. The fact that he's going this SNY, he's going to be online that much quicker. And these objectives are going to happen for Thunder Predator soon. So the team fight is still there for Xolotl. I look back at that. You were stressing it. So that's like their one saving grace.
Yeah, I think to me, I think like the biggest thing that they can do here is that obviously Thunder Predator are gonna eventually look to go Roche with with this troll. That's where they can really strike. Like anything where the enemy are clumping up, you know, for a good either Wyvern ult or a good Phoenix ulti, that can be where they really strike. So perhaps they're gonna try and bide their time before they get Roche and then try and strike with the big team ultis.
Rolling Thunder stolen by Matthew, by the way. We'll see if that comes into play. In fact, there we go. There's the rolling cube. Phoenix, he goes down already, and now they find Terrorblade. Sonic Wave is ready again. You got to figure that's coming out. Nope, you never mind. He doesn't even need it. Just a scream is more than enough damage. I love this Rubik, man, with the animation.
It looks cool, doesn't it? It's that little cube.
Yeah. And Eska's caught, too. He's dead. There's the Sonic Wave.
No.
And the strike will take him down. This Queen of Pain, we knew they needed it, and Leo Style has definitely game to play.
It's definitely delivered as well. So I think the next kind of move they can do now is look to get the Roche and go from there, and then they can really dictate this game.
Well, he gets another kill right there, kind of. I mean, kills his teammate thanks to the Winter's Curse, but not much choice he had there. So good curse at least from the Wyvern. Slow them down there, but Hastern bottled up by Queen of Pain. As she goes bottom, she is going the Orchid, as you call it, so that aggressiveness will continue. Yes, she jumped mid. Is she going to get this kill too? Screaming too. No, maybe. Hastern, yeah, okay, Cold Embrace. That'll say, does she go back in? Oh boy. Manning up, womaning up, however you want to look at it. There's a scream. Okay, she blinks, and the tick from the strike will finish the job. Living life on the edge. Works out though.
Yeah, and she I think honestly we're going to see a lot more Queen of Pain, particularly at the major coming up. Like it's one of those heroes that you can kind of force so much stuff from. Like so aggressive, force rotations, make kills all across the map. And like I said, what's the enemy team going to do? They have no set stuns. I could see Quap not dying once this whole game outside of a Winter's Curse.
Absolutely. Ifrit didn't die last game on that Lycan. Leo Styles like, I can do anything, you can do better. That's what he's going for here, at least this time around. Phoenix, he's being seen this whole time, by the way. There's a spazzing out Hawk right on top of him. There's that rolling cube, and easy kill. Matthew, credit for it, but of course the burst from Queen of Pain. How longer does he have this? Is he going to be able to get off another one? No, I think it's going to run out just before. But Rolling Thunder has already come into play twice now. The ability that he loves to steal. And they're going to push Tier 1 with this as well, so a little bit of Tier 1 tower kill. The Orchid is basically going to be about finished. Troll, he finished the Yasha. He's actually going to go right into a BKB. I mean, he's going to have a very early BKB.
Yeah, like I said, I think the only way that actually Quap dies is from a Winter's Embrace, from the troll hitting the Quap. So obviously, as BKB, he's not going to be able to kill the Quap. So smart decision. And again, they're learning from their mistakes, and that's fine. I think they realized they made mistakes in game one. They got too passive. Perhaps it was the first game of the day. Didn't want to try something too leery, and as a result, they're making up for it now in this game. Too.
Lads on Beastmaster, yeah, I just love seeing these team items. Kick it in here from Thunder Predator. And I've got the chance to watch them and cast them throughout several qualifiers in the South American region. And it's a team that they are a very hit-and-miss team. Frankly, like a lot of the South American region, it feels like, where sometimes they just feel like they're so clean. Other times you're kind of just, what are they doing? But really having that here in Game 1 and Game 2 to an extent. And this Game 2, very clean from them. Xolotl just doesn't have any bit of an answer. I keep going back to, I mean, they have team fight on paper, but you're getting so far behind in items now. They're going to supernova. It's just, okay, let's just walk away. Why would we fight it? Beastmaster, he roars. Okay, he just roared the, well, no, he did not roar. Okay, anyways. He roared something. That was weird.
And this is what we talk about, the disengage. We talked about a little bit, like, how can they disengage from this massive team fight, but Quap kind of can be his own disengage. It just obviously blinks away, and like they honestly need like a hex, which is going to be like so far away. Like that. I think Xolotl got so sort of caught up on the whole team fight aspect that they just forgot about disable. Like, and this Quap is, like I said, just carrying this game at the moment. Not much else to say.
God, she's level 13 as well, by the way. No one's even level 10 on the Dire side. And you have Troll also at level 12 even. So it's a level game, the net worth game, everything is just going in their favor. Phoenix is going to catch Bane. By catch, I mean not actually catch. Ern ticks him down a little bit, but he's fine. And we see Brewmaster is, well, Cold Embrace will save and curse on Rubik. He's going to kill him, it looks like. Queen of Pain, yet another kill out of the books. The Sonic waved up. Brewmaster's dead as a result of that. Look at Beastmaster's just pushing top lane, meanwhile. He doesn't even care. Trolls elsewhere. They're three-manning this fight. And they still want to go in. In fact, Bane, he's going to lock down a Wyvern. Here comes a Swashbuckle helping out. Phoenix does go down. Bane falls, though. Queen of Pain maybe realizing, all right, maybe it's too much. But like I said, Trolls pushing bottom. Beastmaster's pushing top. They're still getting objectives.
Yeah, they're just like Thunder Predator. They're just being like they can be greedy in this respect. Like they're being greedy with their positioning. You know, they have two heroes elsewhere while they're still taking a team fight, and it's because they're so far ahead that they can still capitalize on this advantage anywhere they go.
Popping the Shrine has an Arcane Rune bottled up, by the way, on Queen of Pain. They'll look to make use of that immediately, I'm sure. As Pango, he's got a casual Javelin. You look at this build, you're like, oh, this offlane Pango, you know, he's doing all right. No, this is a mid Pango.
Yeah.
It's not doing all right.
I mean, he was laning against a Quap, so I don't blame him that hard, to be honest.
Roshan, that's going to be free Roshan. There's not a chance Xolotl going to even remotely try to take this. It's a free Aegis for a Troll, I'm sure. Hell, I almost want to say give it to Quap.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. I think Quap, it's not a bad idea on Quap, honestly. She's playing so aggressive with it. And yeah. Troll, I don't think Troll's going to die. He's going to have BKB soon, but...
All right, what are we looking at? We got the egg ready, the curse, everything is ready on the side of except Metamorphosis. Oh, that's awkward. That's not ready. So their damage output is not going to be the greatest without meta. I really don't think you can fight. I mean, they're going to curse the Quap, maybe. Okay, that's one way to duel the sleep. Oh my God.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Well,
sick.
That's a save. All right, so Quap doesn't even die. I thought that was the one opening maybe for Xolotl to slow things down, but never mind. And now Brewmaster, he's going to get rooted, I'm sure. Okay, no, he actually gets out. The way this game is going, I figured it happened. Well, let's just keep going, they say. No point in slowing down. Curse, that's on cooldown for 45 more seconds. I suppose not the longest. They're just going to push out bottom. Phoenix is over here. He'll eventually cut once they push it up. Everyone's asking for the 22-3 score. I wonder why.
I think he gets that, maybe.
There's a free kill onto the Pango. The fact that Queen of Pain gets nearly 400 gold for that kill is just something that just doesn't seem right. They're up 13,000 net worth, yeah.
Rich get richer, man.
Brewmaster, easy kill on him. There's the roar, this time on the hero. And Yano's easily dead. And this is just, I'm maybe not going to give up just yet. Their tier 3s are still up, but you start talking about game 3 now if you're Xolotl.
Yeah, for sure. I think that they realise what they've done wrong as well. It's just the draft, man. Like they've got 5 heroes that kind of do nothing really, like except for either in team fights or just farm. Like where do they make plays? Where do they help in the laning stage? They just don't. It's far too kind of greedy in that respect. With their supports, they do nothing supports really outside of laning phase. Outside team fights, sorry. So I think, and this Quap obviously had a free game, was last picked, and it's really paying off. So I think Xolotl can look elsewhere.
So Queen of Pain just dropped an item while they were killing Terrorblade right there. I don't know if that was a BM or I think it was a bottle use. I didn't actually get a check to see what the item was, so I think it was for efficiency, but...
Yeah, and this is SA, so we'll probably say it was a BM. But
mix of both, yeah. We'll go with that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's 20 minutes in, 16,000 net worth. That's insane. I was watching the Star Ladder obviously a little bit, and the Miner there, and Gambit, they won one of their games. They ended up with like 61,000 net worth lead, I think it was.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
Stupid insane. They had a bounty hunter just going off. And, now, I'm not saying that this is going to be that, unless they keep playing out for some reason, but it kind of feels like that's similar. Might as well. We're only 20 minutes into this one, of course, but Yeah, this is just, like I said, you start thinking about Game 3 for Xolotl. Really no point to worry too much about this one at this point.
Nope, not really. I think they did fine in Game 1, but I think you also need to realise as well is that I think it was more so that Thunder kind of almost threw their kind of advantage in Game 1 than it was Xolotl playing really well in terms of we're going to do this map movement and play from there. So I think in that respect it gives Thunder Predator the advantage in Game 3, knowing that they kind of dictated this game.
Yeah.
So the last one.
So how about Mars? Do you think Mars is an offlane hero?
Yeah, definitely Mars is an offline hero. It has the base attack time is far too long for it to be a carry. It's 1.8, one of the slowest in Dota, so it doesn't auto attack very well.
Is it really
so it
that
has to
long?
be an offlaner.
Wow.
Yeah, 1.8 is the longest one in Dota, so it has to be kind of a bursty offlane hero. I think maybe it could mid as well in that respect, but I think offlane works very well because of the fact that it has damage reduction, so it's hard to kill in the offlane.
Yeah.
And also it has good kill potential with other people, particularly with trees around, which you don't have the most amount of trees around in the mid lane. Normally you obviously have the river in the middle, so having trees around in the offlane is they're abundant, so you can always find spear targets in the offlane. But it's always hard to sort of say what this hero is good for, but I definitely do think it's from what I've seen anyway, offlane especially, and I think he's so obviously you can go the regular items pipe and in Crimson, but if you have the farm, you have a good lane, you can kind of go quite greedy and go Deso into BKB and just kind of wall up and just destroy one of the enemy supports or enemy cores instantly and make it a 45. So I like Mars.
Yeah.
Very good hero.
That's the point. Yeah. I've done the Deso build once, and I've seen some streamers play it too. Yeah, it's pretty insane the damage
strong,
you can do.
Yeah. I think I've been playing Deso Blink into BKB and it just wrecking face. It's a lot.
It's to be fair, a lot of these newer heroes recently, their roles have changed over time quite a bit. In fact, you look at all the recent Monkey King, Dark Willow, Pango, all of Pango transitions.
Yeah,
a fair amount. So who's to say that? Honestly, a support Mars is also a possibility.
I think so. The Q is very the stun is crazy, man. He's got a very long stun duration on his Q. So I think any hero that has a great CC ability could always be used as a support. It's just that I think his W obviously it scales very well with farm, and so because of that, you kind of want to make him more into a core role. But I think he could definitely be used as a support, though, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But I can imagine a Jerax or a Yapsor playing it, or something like that, a tanky support.
Playmaker support.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
All right, back to this game, kinda. They're gonna smoke Xolotl's. Why not try something? I suppose they're gonna get scanned out, though. Actually, in fact, there was a ward here, wasn't there? Yeah. So I don't know if they had a Hawk also on the uphill, but either way, it's clear that Thunder Predator is very aware of what's going on. They're just going to play it safe. Prada, he's hiding out nearby. He's saying, all right, pinging up here, let's go. Ready to fiend script somebody. Eventually right here. In fact, they're making their way up. And here we go with the engagement. Haster and Pop Leo style, just kind of kiting around them. Wyvern slept up. And there's the Orchid Silence, Sonic Wave. No chance at Wyvern to do a damn thing. They burst him down immediately. So buyback on a Wyvern, but now Phoenix is dead, and he's staying down before the Supernova. Pango also just going to be right-click down really. Oh, no, he gets away initially. They got the cone Rubik. Ifrit able to pick him off, but Esk is still kiting away, actually. Ifrit's trying to chase them down with this Metamorphosis, but Esk finally goes down, and Queen of Pain is able to blink in to finish the job, to sleep up on Ifrit. Shadow Strike applied. However, the buyback galore from Xolotl means once again Thunder Predator's going to be stalled here. So, well, Xolotl's got fight. I'll give them that.
Just go nude, guys. Come on. Let's be real.
Let's
be real.
Gotta talk things over here.
Let's be real. Yeah, talk about it when the game's over, right, guys? Come on. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking. I mean, they have a Terrorblade, to be fair. Anything's possible with a hero like him, to be fair. But it does feel like one of those games.
Yeah, this becomes one of the more tougher games to cast as a caster. Or You're like, totally, they're still in it. It's no, they're really not.
So Breaky, talk to me about Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Can't wait to see Arya Stark and what she does. Badass that she is.
It's pretty dope.
My favorite. Alright. I'm going back to a standing desk. I got a standing desk that I can move up and down.
Standing desk.
Yeah, I usually do standing. I find myself standing a lot for casts. I've had it for a little over a year now, yeah. It's good,
Nice.
It helps with keeping up the energy, I feel like, so.
Makes sense, yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's what you see at, like, you know, even TI, whatever. You see Toby, OD, they're all standing up.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. We didn't have that in Hon, obviously. We weren't advanced enough. I remember at Thailand sitting down, but you know, that's whatever. Yeah.
On trash.
That was a long time ago, man. That was a long time ago. Thinking about it now. I still talk to Slapped actually, and a few others actually. That was good to me.
Yep. I stop by his stream every now and then. Former Han guys. Just reminded me how old I am, though. Thank you.
That's fine, man. With age comes wisdom, Breaky. I'm sure you're a font of knowledge.
Yes. I got dad jokes now, too. Plenty of those.
give us your best one, go on. I'm ready.
I don't have any right now.
Okay.
Top of my head. I'm not witty like that. Yano's eating some trees down here. I don't know what he's hoping to find. But look at how they're they even have a Tinker Ward over here. Okay. Playing defensive, Troll. He's got a butterfly just about. So why not?
It'd be good for Siegen, and obviously 2B is nowhere near MKB, so this butterfly can have a big value in peak.
Rubik's going the Yags. Always fun to see that item. Eventually get you it. Hopefully he doesn't get it, because that means the game's even going that much longer. But for now, has the dream of getting it. Troll gets his 40 damage talent also at level 20. So Butterfly, plus 40 damage. Feels like Thunder Predator could just do this whole let's group and push. I mean, maybe they're waiting for Roshan.
I think that's the safest play. I mean, they are 1-0 down, so better safe than sorry, I guess. It's the safe play.
Yeah, they got the boar in there. It's not going to stay alive long enough. 30 seconds, as we see, until Roshan's actually up. But you been playing auto chess?
Yeah, man. I'm not very good, though. I have to admit. I'm not very good. I saw you played in that tournament, right? The BTS tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, we beat Alliance.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think that's a very good, good achievement.
Yeah. I've beaten a TI winning team in a game. So
easy, mate. Beat the old Bulldog, mate.
I'm happy with that. Yes, it was all me. Definitely was not carried. But
are you any good at it? I'm pretty terrible.
No, I mean I could be good at it. I just don't try enough. I'll put it.
Yeah, that.
Okay, yeah. I'm a 9-7, I think. So I just don't play enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like I could be 7K, just don't play enough. You know that. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Frank? Oh my God, they might kill the Beastmaster. Well, when you're pushing by yourself like this, I suppose that's bound to happen. So he goes down. They're going to kill Roshan, though.
Roshan has fallen
There's
to
the
the
Aegis and the cheese.
Haste.
So they'll be without the Beastmaster. But 40 more seconds, he'll be able to join them. I almost want to say he should just buy back and TP and go.
Buy back and get his game.
Drake, meanwhile, he's already got one pick on a Wyvern. That's exact target. He wants a Sonic Wave, then used to kill Pango. There's Phoenix dying. That's 3 dead, and okay, they finally realize enough's enough. GG's called. Xolotl will throw in the towel. We got a game 3.
Thank the Lord.
Made it. Well, it was going back to just outdraft, you can argue, the landing phase dominance. It kind of realized the supporting cast of Xolotl maybe too greedy in the end.
Yeah, and I think this last pick Quap as well. I think we could even see perhaps the teams prioritizing second pick because of how impactful it can be. You know, like in a situation like that, they see that Pango has to be mid, and they pick, I'll pick a Quap, gonna crush the lane, and also cannot die this whole game because of they don't have the heroes for it. So very strong second pick advantage.
And sure enough, Leo Style does not die. 18-0-3 here in game number 2. Wow, that's It's a lot of kills. Impressive performance, but of course a bit of overtime there is safe to say. Xolotl hanging in there as long as they could, but finally enough was enough. So we got a game 3 though, and it definitely shaping up to be a good one. I'm sure obviously both teams proving that they can play at a higher tier level. So looking forward to seeing how that game 3 happens, and we're going to find out after a short break here. So we're going to do that. I was BreakyCPK, joined by Minnie. We got game 3 for the BTS Spring Cup America region. Who's going to go to the winners and who will be dropped down to the lower? Well, we'll find out next. Stay tuned, guys.